The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian Kenzie on Q101. So stoked to have Deryck Whibley of Sum 41 with us right now, joining the show. Welcome in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. Listen, Sum 41 has had such a great history with this radio station, with Q101. You know, going back all the way to Twisted 8, which is our Christmas show in 2001, which was a ridiculous lineup of artists. Do you have memories going back that far, is coming to Chicago and doing those things?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly who was on that bill, but that was I believe that was at the United Center.
It was the United Center where the Bulls played. And you had 311, Alien Ant Farm, Bush, Puddle of Mud, Crystal Method, and Blink was on that too.
I remember the arena just because I'm a huge Chicago Bulls fan, and I was like my first time getting to go to the arena. That's why I don't remember the bands, but I remember the Bulls.
Now, when you went in there, did you say that, and did they say, hey, I want to go see the locker room? I mean, you're only a couple years removed from the Jordan era at that point in 2001. Did you get to do anything cool at the United Center we don't remember?
We actually did a photo shoot for Playboy in the backstage, and there was some Playmates that came back, and we were the photographers. So that's really what I remember.
Wait a minute, wait. So you part-timed as a photographer for Playboy, or you were in the photos also taking photos?
No, we were the photographers. I think it was just something Playboy was doing where they were asking bands or maybe it was other actors or celebrities or whatever, but it was like a guest photographer.
Interesting. Did you get to keep your clothes on?
We did, yes.
Okay, that's nice. That's good.
You know what's funny is I was there. So I was at this show.
Okay. You weren't invited to that photo shoot, though?
No one ever said, hey, go with Deryck back to this area where there's Playboy models. They're going to do a photo shoot. It's funny. It's funny that I didn't get called in on that.
Are you really surprised, Brian?
It was pretty exclusive.
Clearly.
Yeah, I just don't remember any of the bands. I remember everything else.
Yeah.
Now I know why you don't remember the bands. There's a lot of other stuff going on.
It wasn't that long ago. Let's see, about May of this year when we found out the news of Sum 41 that you guys made the announcement that, this big, long 27-year journey is going to come to a close with the tour that you were on with Offspring at the time, and then the release of Heaven and Hell and the double album, and then another tour that you guys are going to do. And we were kind of making fun of it. It was kind of wow, these guys are saying they're going to retire in about 7 more years.
This is a lot of work before you retire.
It was it seemed on our end that it was very coordinated, which was not like most bands. How'd you guys come to this result of, hey, we're going to just bring it all to an end?
I think, for me, honestly, I was kind of ready to just call it. I think out of respect to everybody else, we had a record that was finished, and I was ready to not even put it out, to be honest. So, but everybody else, the fans included, it just felt like out of respect to just do one more album and one more tour and let everybody be prepared. Let the band, because it was kind of my decision alone. So I felt, out of respect for the band members, to let them be prepared and just to have one more go at it. But it's kind of one of those things. I just felt like for myself, I'm ready to do something different. And I said, I can give you one more.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's very respectful. I feel like that, Deryck, is a constant theme with you. You have a lot of respect for people in your history. And even like your ex, Avril, you guys ended up working together after your divorce was finalized. And I think it's cool, not to be like a total stalker, but you guys still follow each other on social media. So is that all in your mind? Wish you the best. You're good buddies. You have such good intentions with everybody, I feel like.
To a certain degree. And with some people, probably not as much. But with people that you care about, and you've shared a history, and you things like that. Yeah, I do have some loyalty, respect, or whatever you want to call it, in keeping relationships with people. It doesn't always happen right away, particularly with going through a divorce. There is time where I wasn't really at that place to have that kind of relationship, but over time, if it's worth it, you'll stick through it and have some sort of contact, I guess.
That's really cool.
Yeah, gee, Kenzie, you think that would happen with you in your situation if you divorced your husband?
Oh, no, we'd both be in prison for attempted murder. That wouldn't go. That wouldn't go very good. We have a different kind of relationship.
Maybe it's because we're all Canadian. I don't know.
Yeah, there's something there.
That's actually true. You guys are way nicer, for sure, without question.
No, we're absolute psychopaths over here. Now, besides maybe being a Playboy photographer again, do you have a Halloween costume lined up?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, man.
And I know I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. My wife's really good at it, and we have kids, and their costumes costumes are sorted, but I'm still the last minute unknown.
So you guys don't do like the big family costume, like the whole actual Addams family or something?
No. We haven't.
Oh, well, you'll figure it out. I mean, it's only today, so, you know.
Yeah, right. It's only like immediately.
Getting back to the new record. So back in May, you were ready to kind of just tap out and end it, but out of respect for the fans, you're going to do the double album, you're going to do the tour, and we'll kind of maybe try to pry out a Chicago date if something's out there for already next year. 'Cause I know you were just here not that long ago. After you guys made that decision, is that when you put these songs together, or were they already kind of in place, some of them? Were you in the middle of it, the double album?
No, the double album started almost as an accident in the beginning of the pandemic. I started writing songs that I didn't think were for myself. I was getting hit up a lot by other managers and record companies and artists asking if I would work with some people. And I didn't have any music, so I thought, okay, I'll start writing some songs just so I have them. And once I wrote about 7 songs, they were all in this sort of pop punk kind of sound, because that's what I was being asked to write. And I hadn't really written pop punk music in about 16 or 17 years. But once I got about 7 songs, I realized that I actually liked them and I didn't want to give them away. I didn't know what I wanted to do with them, but I just figured I'll continue writing now that I'm in this writing mode. And I just kept writing and writing. And all of a sudden I got, like 7 or 8 heavy kind of songs and about 7 or 8 pop punk songs. And I just thought I would listen to them all and see what I thought of them. And once I listened to them all, I realized this would actually work as a double album, like a real double album with 2 completely different sides, if I just kept writing a little bit. And so that's what ended up happening. I wrote 10 pop punk songs and 10 songs that are more on the metal, sort of heavy side of Sum 41. And that's the Heaven and Hell. They're 2 totally different records. It's all going to come out as one, but 10 songs on each side. One side's pop punk, one side's metal. Once the record was finished and I sat back and listened to it, I thought, I think this might be the best record we've ever made. But I was also at the same time thinking, but I don't know if I want to put it out. I feel like I've done this, go out on a whole touring cycle. That's when the decision came of like, let's just do this as the last record. I'll give you one more full tour cycle for everybody to kind of be prepared that this is coming to an end.
Wow, that is wild.
No, that is. Well, I love like a mood ring album. I like that I can be in different moods and listen to it. So I'm excited about that.
All right, Deryck, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And we will bring you in the studio when you're in town for the Chicago Sum 41 show.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Deryck Whibley from Sum 41. Yeah. Wow. Awesome to have him check in. It's Brian Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.